This podcast is part of the Pull Up a Chair podcast network. Let's build community through connection, conversation, and collaboration. This podcast is sponsored by Lever Consulting, editing with a purpose. Check them out at leverconsulting.com for a free consultation. Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Scooter. Thanks for pulling up a chair with us.
We are not experts on any of these topics, but we are hoping to spark something.
Like an idea, a conversation, or even a revelation.
Well, let's give it a shot.
Let's talk about stuff. Do I say bad words on here?
Not often, but you have.
Have I? We'll have to go back and do that. Click the button and say explicit.
We need the replay.
I know. So we got the full bottle out today.
Hi, guys.
It's been a while.
Was that
Yep.
me?
I don't know. Stuff's falling down.
Oh.
It's just our life right now.
I was like, what did I do?
If you knew our life, we're gonna give you a little window into our life right now. And honestly, it's not been bad. It's just eventful.
Yes.
So mix in the good and the bad.
Right.
And that's what our life is.
Yes.
It's just a lot of it.
Yes.
So I think that's what this episode is. We didn't even have a subject.
Yeah, we did. It's the last 2 months of our lives.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay, babe. What you said was year in review.
Yes.
And then we started going through the things that happened this year. And we're like, we're going to be here for 24 hours.
That's very true.
So she goes, how about just December? And I was like, it's only 11, and there's so many things that have happened since December 1st.
So we're going to say November and December to December 11th.
We're just going to give you highlights, because if you care, if you like our viewpoints, you're listening to our podcast. If you don't like our viewpoints and want to know what's in our life, then you're probably not listening anyways.
That's true.
So.
Yeah. But first off, I'm Sarah.
And I am Scooter. And this is our podcast thing. This is where we talk about stuff, and hopefully you do too.
Yes. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a shot because
today was eventful in itself.
Here's the crazy thing. It felt calm until our daughter walked in and said, hey, someone broke into my car and my back window smashed out. And it looks like they tried to take apart my steering wheel. And we thought, awesome. And it's friggin' raining for the first time ever in California in the last, 5 years.
In Sacramento.
Sacramento, sorry.
And we're all home.
Yes.
Like it happened out front. So.
And heard nothing.
So, I mean, and then all that's kind of going on. And Sarah's like, we're recording tonight. I don't care. So
no, it's
this is what we're doing.
So, salud.
Slancha. You hear that clank?
Prost.
Mm-hmm. So, yes, we are recording at 6 a.m. Having shots and drinking. No, it's evening.
Like 6 a.m. You don't even know what 6 a.m. looks like.
I'm pretty sure it's dark.
No.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I guess you're right. This hasn't sun risen yet. Sun
risen, rise?
Sun hasn't risen.
Oh, we just learned how to conjugate swim, swam, swum yesterday.
And drink, drunk.
Yeah, that was something.
Yeah,
so,
from a German.
Yeah, because if English is your second language, you probably know how to speak it better.
No, that was the right way to say that.
What? If English is your second language,
Speak it better.
That
sounds wrong.
It sounds wrong the way I say it because English is my first language.
I know. First, that was wrong.
Yeah, my jokes might have layers. I don't know. What do you think?
All right, we are going to continue though, and we're going to do our good things. Good thing.
Oh yeah, good things.
Good things.
Yes. I've got about 100 of them, but we haven't done this for months now.
Right, so you have to pick one. Sorry, you have to pick one out of the months that we haven't recorded.
I just have to put it in a nutshell of seeing my babies a lot.
Yes.
Recently, and that's just in life. That's been my good thing and seeing my babies.
Yeah.
Frequently. more frequently than it's been in a long time.
Yeah.
So that's a huge good thing for me. You can make your schedule very tight, but my God, is it worth it?
Right.
It's just like you're tired at the end and still smiling.
Yes.
That's the best part.
Yes.
That's my one good thing. I'm just going to concentrate on that.
Mine is, I had planned 2 big trips for this year as a family, and we only got one in because the first half was kind of consumed by grief, honestly. And so we got one family trip in, like the 5 of us, and that's my good thing, is that we actually did it. It was only for 2 days, but it's more than 0. So I'm going to take it as a win.
The one the Disneyland one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very recent.
Yes.
You can put the mic closer. It is,
and then I scoot back so my back gets tired.
And the cool thing is the mics move. You can move them. They're on this big arm.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for explaining that to me, because I don't have eyes or anything.
But you're the one that complained about, why do you need these stupid arms?
You don't. Just move your face.
But you won't move your face. You move your face.
Anyways,
whatever.
Let's discuss the last 2 months of our lives.
Advise me not. Is that the?
That's the theme.
Thick.
And we can go year in review if you want, but again,
no, I think people would get.
Nobody has time for that.
Nobody does.
Yeah. And our last two months were pretty eventful.
I'm not going to know what to talk about. I wrote some things down.
I got a list. You want me to start?
Yes, please.
All right. So one interesting thing to note is that for as long as my children have been alive, I don't think ever been home for Thanksgiving break. Ever.
Oh, yeah.
We're always somewhere. Even if it was my mom's, it was 45 minutes away. We weren't home. We just didn't do that. So this was the first year that we were actually all home. And it wasn't my favorite. Not that I don't like us, but it's like, it like broke a tradition that I miss. And so I miss going to see people during that time when everyone's kind of chill and relaxed and there's no school and cousins are out and aunts and uncles aren't working. And I don't know. It was weird this year. Not bad, not good, just weird.
Off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on that plane too. I mean, it's not like it's a tradition. It's not like anybody made it a tradition.
Yeah. Just what?
There's certain people that we just saw during that week.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yes.
From people like Leon.
Right.
We didn't see Leon this year.
No, which is really weird.
Is my
mom's partner.
Your mom's partner.
Yeah.
Right up to when she passed. And yeah, so.
Yeah, this is legit the first year I haven't seen Leon in 13 years or something.
Yeah, for over the break.
Yeah.
Because we're not like holiday people. We're just, it's just not a part of, it's not a belief system. It's more of like holidays are nice and you get time off and spend it with family and those type of things, but it's not one of those things. I don't know how to explain it. Get to know us better.
We don't do the holiday side of holidays. We do the visiting family.
We do the family part of
being present side of holidays.
We really do. And we try and do that throughout the year also. So, but yeah, even once a year, we usually, on good terms, we see our friends from Los Angeles.
Yeah. Eric and Joy.
Yeah, they usually somehow, show up and we hang out. So that was, I think it's just been a long year of grief.
Yeah.
Which kind of took precedent over things. But we did find time to enjoy ourselves.
Yes.
So I don't know. I think we'll go back to visiting people during that break.
Yeah, next year for sure. Even my siblings, none of us did anything. And so I messaged everyone on Thanksgiving or the day after, and I was like, so let's not do this again. This was stupid. This is the first year I haven't seen your guys' faces for this break, and I'm not okay with it. And even my brother was like, yeah, I already told my wife I'm hanging out with my family next year.
It's one of those take for granted things.
Yeah. And we all like each other. We are 5 siblings who... We don't always agree on everything, but we do like each other.
Let's be real.
We find each other hilarious.
Because you don't agree on stuff.
Because we're so funny.
But I think...
we're the best.
for that reason. For that reason, like, I don't think any of you see eye to eye on most things.
That's true.
Yet, it doesn't matter.
No. Not at all. Not at all. Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, again, we're the best. If you haven't hung out with us, as all 5 of us, it's an experience. It's like going to an adventure. We're the best.
It is a lot.
All right, what else happened? In November, I don't remember. We're just going to go off things that happened between November and December. We got to go to our first Garcia barbecue as judges.
Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh, was that a blast. So I've been part of, like, an extended Garcia family member for a long time, but I've always been out of town, so I never got to go to any of the barbecues. And then this year, I got invited as a judge.
That was dope.
And it was so good. Oh,
it was just so good. Fun.
Yeah.
Like, they take it seriously.
Yes, it is serious.
It's in, like, a... I don't know where... It's, like, it's dirt.
It's country.
But it's in the country. It's in a vineyard.
Yeah.
Or
orchard.
Orchard, sorry. Yeah. It's in the middle of kind of an orchard. There's a house there, but there's a lot of dirt around there so you can park, and all it's kind of like the parking spots. But yeah, they have, 3 full tents there? So 3 full barbecues going on with... shrimp was their mystery meat.
Yep.
And then they had...
Turkey.
Turkey and...
What was the last one?
Pork, right? I think it was pork. I was the turkey guy.
I was shrimp.
But I know that there was pork or ribs. It was ribs or something.
It was ribs.
Yeah,
right?
because Elise was... Yeah, because... Okay.
Yeah.
Because Elise got to be the judge of that one.
Yes. Very controversial barbecue. People were highly upset by the winner of the barbecue of the ribs because they felt like they were burnt ribs and they shouldn't have won.
Because they were burnt?
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's what they meant to do.
I don't know. I was a shrimp judge, so I don't know.
I was a turkey judge.
But that was cool. That was nice to be a part of that.
That was super cool. Like, there's so many people there that 75% of them I didn't even know.
Yeah.
But that didn't matter.
No.
I think that was the coolest part. It was like, we don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. We're just friends now.
Yeah. We're just family. That's all.
Yeah. So that was super rad. I totally forgot about that.
I know, right?
Okay,
so many things.
Checking that off your list.
Check that off my list. We saw so many family members. I know Scooter's a good thing, but we saw so many family members in the last 2 months. Mostly on your side, honestly. I haven't really seen that much of my family in the last 2 months. But mostly on your side, we saw so many, of your crew. We got to hang out with Karina and her kids when we went to Philadelphia.
That was super fun.
We got to hang out with Bailey and Ryan here and in Disneyland. We got to hang out with Ariel, the whole Matar family in Disneyland. I haven't seen your sister. I actually have seen your sister this year, twice by myself. Yeah, there's been so many. Got to hang out with Missy this year. There's been so many family members on your side I've got to hang out to. I mean, mine, yes, but mine was for
But yours, I mean,
different.
I have to go. But I have to go realistic. Your family unit is 3 hours.
Yeah.
3 hour drive.
Right.
Right, or that's at most.
Yes.
At most, your siblings are 3 hours.
Yeah.
One is 20 minutes.
Right.
And some of them come through this town frequently. So it's like we get that mix kind of there. But I think we've really come to that realization. I don't think we've come to it, but we've really started to utilize the realization that traveling's not that difficult.
Not now.
It's not that difficult just in general.
Well, it's different when your kids are older and financially you can do it.
Financially, that's a whole nother mess, right? Can you? And I don't mean can you afford the flight and place to stay? That's irrelevant. Can you afford the time off work? That's usually the bigger part.
All of it. Let's be real. We're in a place now where it's not that where it's way easier for us to pick up and go see people, but not always people can pick up us and say yes because they're not in the same place we are. But we have been this year is pretty cool to be able to see as many people as we've seen.
And I think not the coolest, but insane awesome for Ryan and Bailey to come down multiple times this year.
Yeah.
Once with, once without Emery.
Yes.
Those kind of things seeing, and that there's nothing more warms my heart than seeing my children living life. And I don't mean coming to see me. I was like, just living life.
Yeah.
Having a chat with Ariel today, kind of like, oh, we have all these plans. Tony and I are going to go here. We're going to visit here. Then we're going to do a separate trip to different things. And I'm like, yes. Yeah. Living life. And then I touch base with Ryan and Bailey, and Ryan's like, oh, we're going to go to LA. I want to look at these, these motorbikes and do this. And she's doing this. I'm like, yes. Yeah. That you should be doing stuff.
Yes.
And so I feel like that's all I've ever wanted in my whole life, is like for my children to do something enjoyable in their life and travel and meet new people and do stuff just because. Not because it's reasonable or it's like, I just want to.
Yeah.
And for them both to take the time to allow us to visit.
Yeah. That's been nice.
And them to come visit, making the time.
Yes.
That's been my challenge, and I'm getting better at it these days.
Yeah. So we were lucky enough to get to go to Disney. And for 3 out of 5 members of our household, it was their first time, including Scooter.
Yeah, it's the first time ever.
And that was cool. Weather was great. It wasn't very crowded. We got to go. It was one of the few times where, like, all of the kids were there. All 5 kids were there, which is pretty cool.
All my kids were there.
And grandkids were there, so that was nice. Disney was cool. It was pretty chill.
Okay, it was more than just cool.
Go ahead.
There's so many stories. There's so many stories. 2 are my favorite for me personally, just personally.
Okay.
Piloting the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, that was something.
Was one of the coolest experiences of my life. And we'll get back to that. And the other one was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
Because I thought I was going to die. And I screamed out the F word. I was surrounded by children. I mean, for goodness sakes, if you guys don't know what it is, I mean, it's the basic go to the top and drop.
Yes.
But that's the basics.
Tower of Terror,
whatever. But This does not do that.
No.
It goes almost to the top, falls down, goes back up, falls down, up, down, up, all while seeing the Guardians of the Galaxy on the screen in front of you doing different stuff, and then it's pitch black and you drop.
Yes.
Scared the living crap out of me at first, and then I was like, this is amazing. So that was amazing. And then I have a granddaughter named Lenny. She was dead set that she's going to ride this ride, the Millennium Falcon, because she's tall enough now, and Papa Scooter and her are going to pilot it. She talked about it for like 2 months prior. So we went in there. I can't do the story justice, but Lenny, she screamed the whole time.
Yes.
It scared her so bad.
Yes.
We're buckled in, so you can't
There's
can't
nothing
stop
to do.
the ride. Right. Best I could do is hold her hand and try and work her controls and my controls at the same time, while her mom is saying, "It's okay, Linya. You're fine." And she's screaming at the top of her lungs, like the whole time. And at the end, my favorite thing was when everything stopped and we're getting unbuckled, she goes, "I conquered my fears." I'm like, all right. But for a 3-year-old, I guess that's conquering your fears.
Yes.
So those 2 experiences were some of the coolest things I've experienced in a very, very, very long time. So if you don't have grandkids, it's totally worth having kids just to have grandkids.
Yeah.
I mean, it just is. My older sister, we talked about that, I think, yesterday. It's like, we could have just skipped the whole parent thing and just get grandkids.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah. So grandkids.
She said that. She goes, "Yeah, I've just gone straight into having grandkids."
Oh, my gosh.
And I was like, yeah, it totally is that way. That, and honestly, seeing Mariah and CJ hang out together and flourish by themselves.
Yeah.
They were hopping from park to park.
Yep.
We checked in with them. They were riding rides, buying lightsabers, and doing all those things. So that warmed my heart very much so too.
Yeah.
Because I do know that my 2 older daughters are like really good friends. You know, they chat all the time, and that's all you ever want, right? Is like for them to stay together forever. So I know that was a very long. Sorry, I went off.
And that was Disney.
There's so much more to talk about Disney. The Incredicoaster. I mean, there's so many things.
Yes.
The finale thing with the water, whatever that was. That was cool. Super rad. I've never been, and I have to say Disneyland's cool, but nah, California Adventure is where I want to go.
Yeah.
Like the rides and the silliness and the excitement. I'm more into that.
I agree. The Black Panther exhibit was cool. We got to see M'Baku, and then what are they? The Warriors. I can't think of what they're called right now, but that was really cool. And
got a little teary eyed in a couple of those. I did.
It was a cool trip. It really was. It was nice to have everyone together. And then after that, like psychos, we got on an airplane and flew to Philadelphia because that's just who we are.
Oh, and hold on, just one last thing that that really warmed my heart was like over and over the way Bailey was looking at Emery.
I know.
When I can't even do it.
Because it was like her first. Ooh. You can do this. Stay brave. Wipe the tears.
The way she looked at Emery when like a float would come by, or Mickey Mouse was there, a Minnie Mouse, or it was just overwhelming to me. So I didn't.
So many pictures.
That was a lot.
That you'll probably never even see. But all the pictures you took of her looking at Emery.
Yeah, that was my favorite. That was some of the coolest things. Yeah, and every time we walked somewhere, Linya was holding my hand. Yeah. She just came up, grabbed my hand, and we're walking.
Yes.
And we're talking, and I was like, oh my gosh,
yes.
It's too much.
Cool. I mean, Emery is such a chill kid. Like, she even hung out with me. We just hung out for a little bit. We were just waiting for her mom to finish what she was doing. I'm like, all right, Emery, just hang out. She's like, okay. She's so cute. They're all so stinking cute.
And they're so different. All 3 of my grandkids are so different.
Yes.
In their own super amazing way. So, sorry. I had to say Bailey looking at her, and then Linya holding my hand. And even... I have to say, the one picture I have of her holding my hand, Mariah took. Yeah. While she was walking behind us, she's like, "This is cute."
Yes.
And took that. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm dying."
Yes.
So, okay, let's go to Philadelphia.
It was hilarious though in Disney. We rode one ride together.
You and I?
2. We did 2 rides.
What did we do together? I don't remember one. Oh, we did.
And then the boat.
The boat.
The one where you the little cruise. What's that one?
Pirates of the Caribbean, the one that Ryan loves.
We only did 2.
That is true. Yeah. We split up a lot. I mean, but just for rides. Other than that, we were together the whole time. Yeah. There's just a lot of us.
There was a lot of us. And it was good.
I don't know how...
There's no way.
I don't know how the fast passes and the swap passes.
Fast pass was worth it.
Well, no, I'm just saying there's something that Ariel's figured out. It's like, just scan this, and you can go again, and you don't have to have... I'm like...
It's genius.
I need a flow chart, because I do not understand.
You don't. You just need to hang out with Ariel and let her figure it out. That was it.
Well, that was Bailey and I's idea. It was like, just show up. Ariel's going to have it figured out.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes. Absolutely.
So cute. All right. We went to Philadelphia.
So then we went to Philly.
Oh,
and
my
that was
empty.
the day after. Do you want to take a break?
No, you keep talking. I'll go grab a beer.
Okay. So then we went to Philadelphia, and we were there for 4 days, and we went to PAX Unplugged, which we've done I've only done twice. Scooter's done 4 times. And it's a big, nerd convention for tabletop and role-playing games. It is a nerd convention. And, but it's very fun. And, it's cool to just walk around Philadelphia and just see the history and the buildings, and it has just so much cool culture there, and it just is a really cool place. My favorite thing we did there was go to an Eagles game. Woo! Yeah, it was my first NFL game of my entire life, and the Eagles are my team, in case you didn't know that. And this was before they had an amazing record. I've been an Eagles fan for a minute. But it was so cool to be able to go to a game and sit in the stands and, like, be a fan. It was friggin' cold. It was so cold I didn't have a beer. That's how cold it was. But other than that, it was pretty legit and cool. Like, I'm obsessed. My only complaint was Ticketmaster. Because if you wait till, like, the day of the game and you buy your ticket, like, I don't know, a couple hours before the game starts, they get super, like, affordable. But friggin' Ticketmaster, their fees are absurd. Like, it was almost the same price as buying another ticket to buy for their stupid fees.
But I was,
Then I learned I should have bought them somewhere else when somebody behind me.
Right?
StubHub or something.
Yeah, I think there's a ticket exchange kind of.
No, StubHub. Ticket exchange is still Ticketmaster.
So, yes, I wanted to go there and have drinks and do all that kind of stuff, but it was cold.
Yeah.
So we didn't drink.
Friggin' cold.
We didn't drink till afterwards. And of course, I'm doing my little whiny. It was kind of a joke, but it's like we have to get up early and do all this stuff, and then we have to do this. I was like, ugh. But I always enjoy myself every time I go. But the one person that was super planned and ready to go.
I was too excited. I forgot everything.
Like everything she was so prepared to go.
Yes. I packed it all.
Because it's like, it's going to be cold.
Yes.
So you wore the wrong shoes.
I did wear the wrong shoes. I didn't wear the right socks.
Didn't have the right socks. Forgot her gloves.
And my sunglasses.
Your sunglasses. She was like, I'm going to wear contacts so I can wear sunglasses because it's going to be bright.
Yep.
Like, the whole time. But, the cool thing is, since she forgot those things, we just go to the Eagles store and get her some, like, Philadelphia Eagles gloves.
It was fine.
There's a good reason to buy them now.
Yes.
We ended up saying, screw the traffic, and afterwards we're like, let's just go to the casino.
Right, which we just wandered and found.
We wandered down the road and found the casino and hung out there for an hour or two.
Yeah.
So then the Uber was like $15 instead of $50.
Seriously, that was cool.
That was the difference.
Yes.
It would have been $50
exactly
for the Uber from the stadium to our hotel.
Yeah.
If we would have done it right after the game. So it was like, screw it, we'll go down there.
And it was only 3 miles. It wasn't even that far. Yeah.
So we walked like half a mile, I think it was.
Yes.
It was right outside the parking lot. We went to a casino, hung out there. $15.
Right. We didn't lose the amount of the Uber originally, but that's okay because it was all for fun.
We lost like $50.
And then, this was before the game, but we got to meet. And so Scooter's niece moved to Pennsylvania like last year, 2 years ago.
Karina.
I think it's been 2 years now. So we got to meet up with Karina and her 2 kids for breakfast, and I don't know, I love them too. Her kids are adorable. She's such a good mom. Like, the way she handles her kids, I'm just like, I love you. Like, she's smiling through the annoyance of her kids. She's like, oh, they know what's about to happen when we get in the car. I'm like, I know what's about to happen when they get in the car.
We all know. And but they're so cute. They've been so sweet to us ever since we've met them years ago.
Yeah.
And it was amazing to see her, I don't want to say flourishing, but
she's doing so well.
She's like she's doing something it feels like she's doing something every day that's a little bit better for her.
Yes,
not
and her
for
family.
Us, and not to make people think better. Just for her.
Yeah.
She's doing what she needs to do for her.
Yes.
And I just love seeing people do that. Do it for you.
Yeah.
Other people are gonna shout at you. They're gonna tell you you're being selfish.
Yes.
And that's fine. Just
they
do
can
it.
Go jump off a bridge.
Well, that's aggressive.
Is it?
But but I agree.
Let's see what else happened. So Mariah got to take her. We'll talk about Mariah for a minute.
Mariah got 17-year-old. She's our senior in high school.
She got to take her senior pictures with Ryan.
Oh my gosh!
And I cannot wait to see them because I think they're going to be friggin' amazing. But then she also has been applying.
Little plug here.
Yes.
Ryan, is Ryan Eager? I've never asked how to say it. Oh, Bailey's going to probably listen to this. And
she's going to be mad and laugh.
That's fine. But he has such an eye for angles and colors and shading. It's just he's a professional photographer.
Yes.
So please, if you listen to this, hire the dude.
So good.
He's out of the Northwest. Absolutely brilliant.
Yes.
One of the kindest human beings I think I've met in a very, very long time.
I really feel like if you put Goofy in a human, it'd be right.
Oh, don't say that because he got that stupid.
But it's so
that
appropriate.
stupid shirt
It's
from
so
Ariel.
appropriate.
Stupid shirt. Oh, Ariel, listen. Sorry, Ariel. Love you.
Because he is like the embodiment of Goofy. Like he's such a sweet human,
Yes.
but he's also such a goober. Like he's so goofy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is goofy. Like the actual character.
I think that's why Ariel did that.
Yeah.
It's like that's a whole nother story in itself. And I hope that's in the public
One
ear.
day. Yeah.
Because he got a shirt specially made from Ariel that says Goof.
Yes.
And it's in orange.
Oh, that's appropriate.
And it is, but I don't know if he does.
No.
Like he's like, I don't know if I'm ready to fully commit to being Goof.
Yes.
But no, hire the guy. I was like, you don't have to. He's doing fine, doing so many weddings
But
and
if you
those
want
things.
really good photography, you should hire him.
Not just a good person.
Yeah.
Like you want somebody that's just going to hang out with you and do what you're doing while taking pictures. Shameless plug. Great human. Great human.
So he did her, and then so Mariah's been applying to colleges, and she got her first 2 college acceptance letters, which is friggin' cool.
So cool.
So 3 more to go to hear from and see how those go, but technically she's in, so now it's just convincing her that she should finish high school, because once you get accepted to college, nobody wants to do anything else.
Yeah, what's the point?
Well, it's like a contingent offer.
It's not contingent.
It is contingent.
No, she has all the credits.
It's still contingent.
She could graduate high school by the end of the semester with all her credits. We're like, I'm out.
I agree, but she wouldn't get in because she never AG things. What else happened? Oh, and let's see. Now I have to plug Elise. So our middle oldest. I don't know how to explain it.
What?
Scooter's got 5 kids, so there's like our middle oldest. So Elise attempted college for a year, and she's like, it's just not for me. Not right now. Like in my life, it's not for me. So she moved back in, and doing the clicky thing, and she was working at Kohl's part-time, and their hours are awful, and so then she started doing but it was like 1 day a week for like 4 hours. Anyways, so then she started working as an IA at the middle school across the street, and that was very cool because she wanted to go into teaching, and I feel like this is either going to encourage her or discourage her from teaching because kids are a-holes. I don't care what anyone says, especially in middle school. Kids are I couldn't do it. So it's nice to see her doing well.
She's
better.
We were talking about that. I was talking to Lucy today. Yeah. That's another thing we got to touch base with. I'll flip back real quick. Lucy Zhang, developmental psychologist, helps us develop all of our curricula and lesson plans for social emotional learning for our company. But that's not how we know her. We know her as a friend first, and then we did this together.
Yes.
We had a chat with her literally today, and we had a conversation about Elise. Whew. Is that a long backstory?
Yes.
It's pretty quick. I thought it was quick. But to see when you find a purpose, like we talk about this, like Sarah doesn't quite grasp it the way I feel it in my life about having a purpose.
Yeah.
And needing a purpose.
Right.
Some people feel the weight of the world on their shoulders, so they need a purpose.
Right.
I am one of those people. Elise is one of those people.
Yeah.
She really feels the weight of the world. So if you don't have a purpose, you just kind of just sleep all day, quit everything, and then life just passes you by until you find a purpose.
Right.
And I feel like she went from no job to 3 jobs.
Yes.
Right? And I think she found at least 1 or 2 that she really enjoys.
Yes. Hot topic she loves.
Or just finding a job that you enjoy complaining about.
Right.
Sometimes that's a good thing.
Yes.
Right? It was like finding something to complain about that other people complain about. I mean, we do that. Misery loves company.
Yeah.
But it's not to the point where it's destructive. But she kind of flourished. Like she's coming home from work and talking about it.
Right.
which is huge for this human being because that's not something she's known to do.
No. Even she said that. I said, because she came home early from work the other day because, again, kids are a-holes. And I said, everything okay? She said, yeah. And then, was it this morning, I think? I said, if you want to talk about anything, like, you could talk to me about stuff. And she's like, yeah, but I usually don't do that. And I said, doesn't mean you can't. Doesn't mean it's not something we could start doing if you want to talk to me about stuff. Because Mariah talks about everything. CJ talks to me about everything. But at least I'm like, you can talk to me about stuff. I'm a very good listener.
One of the best listeners on this planet.
I'm a better listener than a talker, honestly.
That is true.
Yeah. Great listener. It is. I know. That's why my walkie buddies were all talkers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would listen. Okay, so that was the kids. And then, what else happened? I haven't talked about CJ. Should we talk about CJ? CJ is coming into his own. We don't know what that is.
Is he coming into his own?
Yeah, he's coming into something.
All right.
He's working through stuff.
Still.
Yeah. It could be a minute. Boys, I have said this multiple times.
Y chromosomes.
Yeah. Are kind of dumb for a long time. It takes them a minute.
Yeah, that's a very strong opinion that you have there. And I don't know if there's science backing it or anything. But,
it's just life lessons.
But my experience is you're absolutely correct.
Right. I know.
And I look at it this way. It's like, and we're one of those people that, like, we don't care where you're at when it comes to taking male, female, please be you.
Right.
That's our big push.
Yeah.
Like, be you. But what we have actually seen is humans with the Y chromosome take longer to develop just common sense skills.
Yes, they're special beings. Special. Because the funny thing is I tell...
there's exceptions to that rule.
I agree.
There's many exceptions to that rule, but... The majority, I feel like 75 to 80%.
Yeah.
You're like, wow.
And I tell my daughter, our daughters and their friends all the time, like, listen, boys are dumb for a really long time. So if you're expecting a high school boy to not be dumb, you're in for a sad awakening. Mm-hmm. And then I tell them the same thing. High school girls, also dumb, just for a different reason.
Yeah, they're just a little bit more, they're more physically capable. That is true.
But they're dumb.
They're
freaking petty and... a
little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, passive aggressive.
No, just aggressive.
We're going to go passive. All right. So it's okay. And then... Write that
I'm crossing off things, too.
What else happened this year?
Mariah went to prom.
Mariah did go to prom. Her first prom because everything else was
prom or
friggin' shut down.
homecoming?
Wait, which one?
You said prom.
She went to prom in the spring, and then she went to homecoming in the fall.
That's right. So she has another prom coming.
Yes.
Senior prom.
Senior. Ooh. And they're going on a boat.
Yeah, they're going on a boat. San Francisco?
San Francisco, yeah.
What do you mean, meh?
Boats. Who needs them? I went to 3 conferences this year, which is cool. Because I don't...
skip that.
I am not a people person. Like, I am not big on starting conversations with people. I'll talk to anybody if you come talk to me.
That is true.
But I don't like to go up to people and have a conversation. And so 3 conferences, my business partner was supposed to be there, and 3 times she couldn't make it.
I went.
You did, but you weren't.
I'm not a business
you're
partner.
You're not in the business either. You're like my party partner.
Yeah.
So
distraction.
It's been a weird year of, hey, Sarah, you are the marketing person at this point for the next whatever amount of time it's going to take because that's your half right now. So that's been a weird journey experience because I am not a people person.
It's exhausting.
Yeah, it is exhausting.
Well, I have to say I'm very similar in that aspect, but I do know in me that I like making new friends.
Yes.
And I think you do too. Mm. You do. It's just I feel like I found a formula to go, okay, I need to push myself, go talk to this person, suck it up. And then you go, oh, I really don't want to know this person. And then you're like, cool, you don't have to exchange numbers, nothing. And then on the flip side, you go, whoa, this is a cool person. They think I'm cool. Let's exchange numbers. All right, now I made a new friend. And a lot of it has to do with business, but you can something I found out over the years is you can mix business with friendship.
I agree.
You can.
Yeah.
As long as you're meeting each other before you're friends. If that makes sense.
No.
If you're already friends and then you go into business together, that can be scary.
Right.
Because you don't know what you have your friendship at risk.
Right.
But if you meet a fellow person that develops games like I do, or a fellow person that does auditing like you do, and then they're going, whoa, we do the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, and we both like this. Cool, we have two things in common. Now let's talk.
Right.
So I feel like that's just been my formula, and I have to formulate that because, that's how I make friends. That's the only way I can make friends.
Yeah.
But those conferences...
they've been good. I mean, good locations, I should say.
Okay, let's go to that.
So we've been Colorado.
I didn't go to that one.
Nashville.
I did go to that one.
And then, where else did I go? I thought there was one more.
Nashville was great.
Nashville was cool. Colorado was cool.
Maybe there's only two. I think you're making
there was one more.
I think you're making that up. I think it's just because it's in your calendar for next year, and you just
maybe next year. Orlando. Woo-hoo.
That's the plan.
Yeah, I can't. Anyways, conference has been cool. So
but
that's
that was
been
the
nice.
one. Like, I mean, we talked about that one. I think on
Nashville. Yeah.
But Nashville, amazing. It's one place that I definitely want to go back and spend a week at. ATL, Atlanta, same.
I like to.
I'd love to spend a week there.
For a week, weren't we? We were like for 5 days.
Atlanta?
Yeah,
we were there for a minute.
Yeah,
and it was great.
It was. I agree.
The vibe there is just so good, and Nashville too.
We only did Midtown, so we don't know.
We explored a little bit. We went over to the kitchen. We talked about that before.
Yeah.
But that was a great trip. Mix business with pleasure.
Yes.
Realistically, I think that's something that we have forgotten. I think not as society, but I think as small businesses, sometimes we forget that.
Yeah, you get stuck in the moment of like, I still have to pay bills and make money, that you forget that you did this because you enjoyed it. Like, don't forget that you enjoyed what you're doing, which is why you made it a business.
That's so hard. That's so hard. It is. But no, that was really, really good. One of my favorite things we've done, and we always mix the pleasure and business when I go to Philadelphia.
Yeah,
I've met some good friends out there that I only see once a year.
Ben.
Robert.
Good old Fettuccine.
Love you, dude. Got to see Robert again. He goes by Fen, but his name's Robert.
Is it?
But he's the tried and true. Somehow he finds a way to show up, and we meet up every single year in Philadelphia.
Yeah. It was good to see Will, too. Will? Is that wrong? That's the wrong name?
That was last year.
Who am I thinking of?
This year?
Yeah. The guy who's never at his booth. No, that was Fen. Who's the guy who was supposed to go...
We saw Will.
Yeah.
We saw Will when we hang out. He was at his booth.
We still saw him.
I got to at least... I don't even think I got a hug.
You got a fist bump.
Got a fist bump, whatever.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's working. Like, he's doing stuff.
Yeah.
But to see him every year... to touch base with Jack Birkenstock that I've met back in, 2017?
His last name really Birkenstock.
Yeah.
There's a Birkin something you just threw in stock.
Now you have me questioning that, but I'm pretty positive of the Badana group over in, I think, New Jersey. But these they're all like-minded people in gaming and therapy and social skills and trying to develop those things, but they're also just good people and good friends now.
Yeah.
After like 5 years. These people have seen me totally drunk playing games together.
Me too.
We've done that now.
Yeah.
But no, those are the kind of things. Okay, so
what do you have left?
I did Mariah prom. A couple things that came across my path this year that were not like foreseen or planned. So earlier this year, Sarah decided to nominate me as a booster president for the intercom. The intercom's where our kids go to high school and they play in the music marching band, all that stuff. So she decided, let's nominate Scooter to be the Intercom High School Music Booster president.
Woo woo, and he won.
I was the only one that ran because of you.
But you won.
Nobody else wanted it, and nobody else would do it. So I've been doing that. It's stressful, and I don't want to say stressful. It takes more time out of my volunteering. Like, when people volunteer to do that kind of stuff, I don't...
Nobody puts in the amount of hours that Scooter puts in. Let's put
right,
that way.
and when it comes to perspective, it's like when somebody's a president of a nonprofit, especially if it's like something like that for boosters, they're not making any money.
No.
Like, they don't get paid to do it. Yet, the demand on them is like they are making money.
Right.
So, when parents reach out to you and tell you need to be doing this and do it, I was like, I'm volunteering because you didn't step up to do it.
Yeah.
That's what I want to say. I was like, you could step up and do this too.
Right.
But I did, and now you're complaining about how I'm doing it.
Yes.
Like, I showed up. So, it's that, I think I've said this in this podcast before, it's like, show up or shut up.
Yeah. Fact.
Like, if you're not going to show up and help, shut up.
Yes. I agree.
Show up or shut up. So that happened, and then just recently, within the last couple months, so since our company and we integrate with a lot of local tap rooms and that kind of thing, I also became the organizer. These are all non-money making things. Volunteered. They actually cost money to do, both of them. It's called Sacramento Beer Socials, where there's like 4,700 members of people that, frequent like different breweries and do all these kind of events. So I became the organizer of that just because somebody didn't want to do it. Well, not just because somebody didn't want to do it anymore, which I totally understand.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, I was like, I didn't want to see it go away.
Yeah.
That's a sad, because this is a society group. A group that's been around for 16 years.
Yeah, that's a long time.
So why would we, I was like, let's keep this going. So yeah, I took that over. So I'm busy. I just gotta, I gotta find one of these things that gives me money. That would be great. No, company-wise, let's go company-wise, though. We're doing not very well, but better than we have been in the last 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Jeez,
we had a decent contract for last semester for schools where we're teaching our classes. And we're looking at not just renewing that, but a bigger contract for this next semester. So that's good. That means this is what this really means. I can pay my employees out of the money I make instead of out of personal funds paying employees, and trying to pay taxes out of money we don't have, and those kind of things. So it's kind of like right before the pandemic, our company went into the black, and now I can see the black coming. Like,
right?
We haven't turned that corner, but no. I can see it somewhere soon. That's about it. So I didn't want to rant about that, but that's where I'm at.
I'll go business-wise. I think one of the perks, the benefits...
You have a big one coming.
Do it? Oh, I was going to talk about how cool it's been for the couple of people I know who I'm getting into what I do to still be doing it. Like, I know one of them's taking a break because her, job is crazy busy right now, because that's just how it goes. But, it's very cool to be able to help someone who, I want to stay home and I want to be able to be with my kid. And, cool, try this, and I think it's going to work. And it's, working. And to be able to show them that, it can be done. I'm living proof. I've been doing it for friggin' 3 years. 4 years?
More
Has
like
it been
5
years? Oh my God, 5 years. 5 years that it can be done, and you can make a very cool living doing it. And so that's been
lucrative living.
The family business, as I say. But
she rubbed her chin like she had a beard.
Corleone.
She really did.
But
did Corleone have a beard?
I don't know. I just feel like he should have.
You just randomly say out.
I don't know what Corleone is, honestly.
Gangster.
Rocky. Dark hair with beard.
So you stroke your Balboa beard that he never had.
Yes. So that's been
nothing that we say has any historical reference.
Please don't act like it does. So that's been really cool. And then like we are so close to like I've been talking about this contract for like 6 months now, but we're so close to closing like our big contract, which I'm super excited about because I feel like again it's one of those things of like I know that it can help more people who we know, and once we get it, like, I guess I'll stop saying like. Once
can you keep talking for a while? Because I have to pee. Can you just vamp?
You could have just got up and without saying that. I mean, no one needs to know. I have to like narrate you going to the bathroom. That's weird.
No, you don't. Just talk more so they can't hear me.
Okay. So it has been really cool to like get people on the path of what I do and seeing that it can be like an actual living for people. And there's so many more people who I'm trying to help and like hopefully can help once we get this contract taken care of. I just don't want to recommend them to companies that we aren't going to work with anymore. But in the future, it will be really cool to help some more people along that journey and like that path of being a sole prop and just having your own business and what that looks like. On the other hand, people remember we're at the end of December, so if you do open a business, don't forget to get all your tax benefits and your tax write-offs off the way, and remember that most of your trips were tax write-offs. Most of them. If you brought a laptop and you did work, if you talked to your spouse about doing work while on vacation, please remember to write these things off because that's just the way the loopholes work. What else happened this year? He's still gone. Oh my gosh. So my little sister, who's not little, is having a baby. And her baby is due, I want to say April. And I am super excited because, one, she's a very great mom. And I cannot wait for her to be a girl mom because right now she's a boy mom. And she's going to be a great girl mom. And we were talking about her baby shower because she's bougie AF. Like, we're bougie people, but my sister is probably the most bougiest person I know in my life. And she really wants it. It's females only to her baby shower. And you have to be dressed up like you're going to an awards gala in order to get into this baby shower. Like, that's her vibe that she wants to have.
You're going to have, like, a speakeasy code word?
No. Like, if you're not dressed up, there's bouncers at the door telling you it's not good enough. So if you want to go, though, let us know because it's going to be an event. It is an event and a vibe, and I'm super excited for it. But she's going to be an amazing girl mom because she's just already such a great mom. Like, I can't wait to see her be a girl mom.
She's not just... She's a real mom.
Oh, yeah, she is.
Like, I think... I don't know how... Do your family listen to this?
I don't know.
But it was kind of the... Okay, here's a story that I remember very much so. It's like... Another parent in the realm of your siblings wanted to buy something for her kids just because her kids wanted it for Christmas. Right?
This is a good story, yes.
I mean, I'll try and not put it...
It doesn't matter.
But wanted to buy her something kind of ridiculous, and kind of... what's the word? Where it can die. Or like
it's not a ridiculous item. It's just not a necessary item because
her children are very, very young.
Yeah,
like very young.
Yeah.
And what is that? Tangible.
You're trying to say frivolous?
No, not frivolous. I'm talking about the creature is whatever. There's a word, and it's going to come to me after. But it's a live thing.
Yeah.
Multiple live things that are going to be in charge of and taking care of small children.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit silly.
It's right? A lot of work.
And it's because they want it. That's why she's getting it.
Yes.
They want it for Christmas.
Yes.
And her other sister's reaction that she's talking about, she goes, well, my son wants superpowers. I'm not going to give him those.
Right.
I was like, they're a child. Like, you know, it's like what a child wants.
Yeah.
Is they want everything. They want to be able to fly.
Yes.
They want a car.
Yes.
They want, I mean, it's just crazy. They really go out there. I would love a unicorn. Why can't I have a unicorn for Christmas? Okay. So, yeah. I don't know if I did that story justice.
You did, but that's okay.
Oh, whatever. But when she's talking about the contract and those kind of things, and other people doing stuff for themselves, and I think that's where Sarah and I really meet eye to eye. Because I have basically 2 employees. One's my daughter, Mariah. She could care less if she works for this company the rest of her life. Yes. She's going to go to college and do her own thing, and that's great. But it's definitely something she gets to put on her resume and those kind of things. But my other employee, like, literally has said multiple times, if I could work for you full time, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Like, because she gets to teach kids, she gets to play games, she gets to run role-playing games, those kind of things. So that driving force is, I don't want to say her alone, but that type of thing that maybe we can give to the community or give to another person is why we stay in business.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally, I may have in 2020, 2021, may have shut down the company if I didn't have employees.
Right.
I may have just like, hey, just going to put it on hiatus and see what happens after the pandemic.
Yeah.
But having somebody like her that has and can work from home and creative, and so it's kind of a driving force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that, I mean, realistically, everything else is like stuff we've already talked about and what's been happening. But that's all my stuff off my list. What do you got? Oh, we have one more thing left this year.
Good Lord.
One more thing left. One
to
event.
Talk about, we'll forget. We're doing.
We have one event left
that we're still going to go do.
Yes.
What is that?
We have Billie Eilish. We are going to a Billie Eilish concert because our 19-year-old, it's her person, and it's the one concert she's wanted to go to, and we got tickets, and so we're gonna go. And I'll be honest, I'm freaking exhausted. I don't have it in me to go now.
Here's
but
how.
I will by Thursday.
I know.
Because I have to feed off her enjoyment of going.
I love live music, and I will do almost anything to make it happen for me to attend live music. But so much has happened. I'm kind of like,
yeah,
I'm okay without not going.
Yeah, so much.
I'm like, I'm okay.
I know.
But on the flip side, this human being wants to go, and that's not normal.
Right.
We have another human in this house that wants to go to everything in the world.
Yes.
5 things at once.
Yes.
This person would rather just sit. This other one that we're going down there with would rather be in her room and be quiet and do her thing.
Right.
So for her to want to go do something it's kind of a deal.
Yeah. So we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Just the 3 of us, actually, because the other 2 have finals to prepare for, and so just the 3 of us are gonna go figure this out.
So what's the vibe or synopsis? Is that a word? Like
synopsis
summary
of what we just talked about?
Yeah, like where would we come up? Because we really didn't plan this podcast at all. This episode
2022 was friggin' crazy for us.
Was a pile of flaming dung at most times.
Yeah, it was just so many emotions wrapped up in, I don't know, adventures, wrapped up in sorrow, wrapped up in so many things that I can't even explain. 2022 has just been one of the best, worst years of my life.
Yes. So what do we, is there a piece of advice here? Sometimes you want to stick your head in the sand.
You should do it. For
a moment.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes you want to run away.
You should do it.
You should do it. As, temporarily.
Yep.
Safely.
Yeah.
But somehow on the other side of it, you gotta still show up.
Yes.
And still be present for how do you put it? If you're sticking your head in the sand or you're running away, realistically, you're looking for somebody to come help you get out of the sand.
Yes.
Or to find you because you're running away. Yes. So we all have those moments. But sometimes the person that is helping that person pull their head out of the sand or running after that person to find out where they're at, sometimes that's you.
Yeah.
So you don't know if it's you or not. So if you're doing those things for a long period of time, there might be some people out there that are stuck because they don't even know you. They may not even know that you're that person. So you might be that person for them.
Yeah.
So if you stop doing that for others, now we just create a whole cycle of despair. So check in with one another. That's my only advice, because I'm really bad. I've been known to be very bad at it throughout history. Like, you talk to my siblings, my parents. For some reason, I'm known as that person that doesn't check in with anybody. Yeah. Yet, over the last decade, at least the last decade, I am that person. I will check in with you. Are you doing okay? And a lot of times I don't ask that question. I just say, hey, what's up? So be that person for others, and then you don't have to run away as much.
It's true.
That was a long...
Yeah.
I just came up with that just now.
I know that for this last year...
I'm proud of myself.
Oh, you should be. I'll give you a hug later. I know that at some point next year, because this year's pretty much over, I have to emotionally deal with this year. I don't know that I'm ready for it.
No, you're not.
No.
But I got you when you do.
I know. It's going to be bad.
I got you.
It's going to be a mess. But at some point, yeah, I have to, like, emotionally deal. Because I've, like, logically dealt with this year.
Financially, logically,
I've everything but emotionally dealt with what happened this year.
Yeah.
And at some point, I'm going to have to. I have to, like, take a break. And I'm like, oh, that was a lot. But, not today. Keep running.
Running up that hill?
Yep, running up that hill.
Oh my gosh.
Well, thanks, guys. It's been a bananas year, and we will see you on the flip side.
No, we won't. We still have shout-outs.
Oh, we do have a shout-out.
Shout-out!
Woo! Did you write anything down?
No.
So you're first.
All right. Shout-outs. That's rough, babe. Why would you do that to me? You're the planner when it comes to this. You have stuff written down. I'm always like pushing buttons, making sure the mics are working, while you're over there just chilling with a beer.
You can shout out the Sack Beer social group for the event yesterday.
That was cool. I really enjoyed that. Shout out. Can it be a self shout? No, I don't want to do that. Shout out. Okay.
You want me to go?
This is like dead air time now.
I can go. So I want to shout out all 5 of the kids. The 3 that live with us for dealing with us every single day, because that is no single feat. To have to we're a lot. Just like ping pongy and I'm forgetful, Scooter's overbearing. Like, between the 2 of us, we are a lot as parents, and so I appreciate the 3 people who live in this house for accepting us as we are, not always like liking us, but still accepting us, and hugs and kisses and conversations. So I appreciate.
You get hugs and kisses?
I don't get kisses, but I do get hugs. I get lots of hugs.
You get hugs?
All the time. So I do appreciate them for that. And then for Errol and Bailey, I want to shout them out because they have been trying to figure out a name for me that's not grandma or nana or something that makes me sound 100 years old as a grandma, because I'm a young grandma. And I appreciate them so much for trying to figure out a name for me, because those are my grandkids. I mean, I have 3.
Oh, crap.
I know.
This is the first time she's ever said this.
That's not true.
She just admitted.
That is not true.
She's a grandma.
I am married to a grandpa, but I do have 3 grandchildren.
What just happened?
Said just call me Sarah, and I'm cool with it. But I do have 3 grandchildren, but I'm cool if they just call me Sarah.
If you have grandchildren, doesn't that make you a grandmother?
No.
Yes, that's...
No.
That's like a flow chart. That's
It
like a
means
family tree.
I am
like it's
married to a grandpa because he's hecka old, but I am not a grandma. But I do appreciate
I'm gonna pretend
them.
that didn't hurt.
I do appreciate them for trying to figure out a name for me.
I do too, and I think that's. Let's shout out this. So I already shouted out Ryan, but I also have to shout out Ariel and the company and community and everything that she's made for herself. The huge leap that Bailey has made to try and work independently and work for herself, and and being, I mean, how do I say it? I knew she was born to be a mom. That's just who Bailey is. But the cool thing to see her, like, yep, she was born to be a mom.
Yeah.
And a great wife and a great, like, business owner, like her own business. Like, she's doing it and making it work no matter what. And to see her flourish that way, and Ariel's been like that for a while now, and to see that happen, to see the people flourish and do those things.
You wait, one more.
I'm trying to think of a shout out. Let's do a shot.
Wait,
Let's do a shot.
And shout out to Tony for always leading the pack with the stroller and leading the way.
Good God. Okay, shot. But this is a story in itself.
Salud.
Slancha. Oh, Tony. So, I know my daughter. I feel like I know my daughter. I still have a lot to learn about Ariel, but her plans are sporadic and precise at the same time.
Yes.
So, Tony has a stroller, and he's gone.
He has a destination.
No, it's like,
she said, we're going
so
here.
we said, we're going to here. And he's like, burp, gone.
And he went there.
And we're like, trying to... he's clearing the path. Go to Tony.
We're sauntering, and Tony is beelining it for where he's supposed to go.
Shout out to him, and shout out to everybody that, especially on that Disney trip, there's like, at least the day that we were there wasn't too many F's.
No.
To give, because we're like, we're here.
It was great.
We're having fun.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think of a good shout out. Like,
that was a good one.
I mean, the older girls and what they're doing. Yeah.
Tony was the good shout out. He deserved it. Tony is always where Tony needs to be, and that is so much appreciated.
That is very true.
He's always like, I don't have a plan, but Ariel has a plan, and I'm here to fulfill the plan Ariel has.
Yeah, I'm present.
He is like the best wingman ever. He's always there to support what she needs, and that's like the best ever.
That's very true. So we can,
See?
That's a shout out.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. Well, thanks, guys. We're now 2 shots deep and ready for a nap.
And we vented on a lot of things, but keep showing up, guys. That's all we can say at the end. It's like, keep showing up. You might be the person that saves somebody's life.
Fact.
That's all we can do.
Oh, can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't stopped recording, so yeah.
So, because when are we airing this?
Yeah.
Okay.
We air on Fridays.
So we're gonna air on the 16th.
This is out on Friday.
Okay, it's coming Friday.
16th.
Okay.
Yes.
You don't have to wait for the new year to do something different.
Fact.
For Lord's sake.
The person that broke into our car didn't wait.
No, they didn't. They were terrible at
today?
it. If they would have asked, we probably would have shown them how to do it better. Mm-hmm. But remember that, like, I was talking with Karina, and she's like, I would love to do something, like a movement. Let's do the movement thing, like the movement challenge again. And I was we don't have to wait for the first of the year to do something.
Do it now.
Let's do it right now. Because when you're on vacation, that's the hardest time to do what you need to do. So, anyways.
The easiest way to talk about it.
If you see a message from me about doing a movement challenge, that's what it is.
I see what you're saying.
Thanks to Karina. But yeah.
Good job.
That's all.
All right, love every single one of you. Reach out to us, Sarah and Scooter at gmail.com.
Wait, can I say one more?
I mean, this could go on.
Last one, I promise.
Are you guys?
Last one.
I mean,
last one. Wait.
Have you paused it and come back to this podcast
last one.
yet?
Shout out to the person who reached out to us to ask for assistance on what they should do when it comes to college and financial aid.
It's not a joke.
That was like the coolest thing ever. And I totally appreciate you, one, listening to the podcast, and two, reaching out, because I am 100% invested in you going to college as an adult, as a person.
Fact.
If you need absolutely anything from me, I am here. And I totally appreciate you reaching out.
And I mean, and 99% of the time you're going to reach out, and Sarah's going to be the one that has something important or useful for you to use.
Yes.
So we do reach back.
Yes.
We very, very, very much do. We will respond. We will listen. We'll give you not advice, but maybe like our experience and go.
Cool advice.
I guess it's like this is what we did.
Yeah. I love that. That was cool.
That was one of my favorites. So please do reach out at Sarah and Scooter on Instagram, sarahandscooter@gmail.com. Do we have a Facebook too? I don't even know. Probably.
Yes.
But realistically, like, or just, I don't know, you can find us. We're not hard to find.
No. We're everywhere.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I have.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, let's talk about Elever Consulting. They help you create so many things. A perfect personal statement, application essays, presentations. They help create writings that truly represent you. They've got writers, editors, and even researchers. Elever Consulting can make all your stuff easy to read, understandable, and enjoyable. They truly take editing to the next level. Not only do they have flexible rates, they also offer assistance with college applications and job seeking. Check them out at eleverconsulting.com and get a free consultation.